Hello, people. Apologies for the lighting. Um, Still not in a place where I can give you guys good, high quality content, but I'm trying to be more consistent. Okay. We tried to do 30 days before, but we ended up missing a few days. So we're back on the 1st of February now to attempt to do the entire February. But today's message is very, very simple. Don't let a missed day mess up your consistency. And so oftentimes when we think about being consistent, we think about doing something every single day. And when we think about consistency, we think if we miss a day, we are no longer consistent. Even at the start of this video, I said I'm trying to be consistent, right? And I missed a day, and therefore I stopped. Well, I haven't stopped because I'm here. But in reality, in life, often what we do is we're doing something well, we're running, and we're doing something well. And it's that day that we miss that causes us to go on a downward spiral. Because we missed that day, we feel like it gives us license to miss another day, and it gives us license to miss this, and it gives us license to miss that. And the question I have is, what is the goal of your consistency? For example, if your consistency is about losing weight because you're going to the gym or you're exercising or you're changing your diet, that cheat meal or that missed gym session doesn't have to ruin the goal, the overall goal of losing weight. You just get back up the next day and you continue. I missed some days of being consistent on this YouTube thing. I said to myself, I use the excuse, my wife's got the camera. Maybe, I can't do this because my wife's got the camera and she's using the microphone and she's in America right now and I'm about to fly and meet her and all this blah, 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 blah. So maybe I'll just start when I'm in America or this or that or that. And you just kind of have to make a decision that your missed day is not going to mess with your life, right? There's a difference between missing one day and breaking your consistency as a whole. I had to redefine what I deem to be consistency. And now I deem consistency to be what I do on a normal day. So for example, character is the way somebody behaves on any given day, right? And so because somebody is so used to behaving a certain way, if you see them behaving differently, you say this person is acting out of character. Why? Because they have a consistent behavior, because they're consistently patient, because they're consistently this, but they're consistently that. But it still gives room for moments when where it doesn't quite fall into line, and we call it out of character. Right? And consistency is the same. I have a few different things that I've been very, very consistent with over the last year or so. One is doing a minimum of 50 push-ups every single day. And another one is reading 3 chapters of the Bible every single day. Now, have I done those every single day? No, but that's my consistent behavior. And so the first thing I do when I wake up on a normal day is I'm going to go and I'm going to read 3 chapters of the Bible, and I'm probably going to do audio Bible and read, or sometimes just audio Bible, or sometimes just read. And I'm going to go through 3 chapters of the Bible. Then at some point during my day, most likely just before I go to bed, I'm going to do some push-ups, right? And I'm going to get the consistency there. And so that's the way my day is set up. That's my normal behavior. This is what I do. And therefore, it's no big deal. It's no issue. It's no problem if I miss a day. Although I don't plan to miss a day, my consistent behavior suggests that this is who I am and this is what I do. Now, many of us allow the disappointment of missing a day or the symptoms of failure, not failure itself. Actually, no, I don't want to say the symptoms of failure because that sounds like you failed. The signs of failure to make you fail. Missing a day could be a sign of failure. But if you get up tomorrow with the right mentality, you won't let it become failure. I hope you understand what I mean when I say this. Now, we see the Bible talking about how important focus is. We see some consistent behaviors with Jesus. We don't know if he done it every single day, but we saw that he went away and he prayed. We saw one of the behaviors he did was staying up late to pray, or praying through the night. We saw him praying heartfelt, earnestly, until his sweat even became blood. Until the sweat even became blood. We see this as part of his pattern. We see him moving with compassion as part of his pattern. There's different things we saw about Jesus, right? It's part of his pattern, it's part of his character, it's part of his nature. And there are different things people are seeing about you as part of your nature. Maybe your road rage is so consistent, it's part of your nature. Maybe your generosity is something that people see that they deem to be part of your nature, right? There's so many things that we do that can be part of our nature. And I want to remind you today that if you miss a day, if you act out of character for a moment, if you mess up, that is not the end. There are people who struggled with pornography, masturbation, all these things, and they're going strong. And then there's this one day where they mess up and they do the thing that they wish they did not do. And the guilt of that day causes them to get into a downward spiral of pornography and masturbation and problems. When really, because of how consistent they've been prior, all they need to do is get up again the next day and continue. You know, the Bible talks about how there's a type of man that falls down 7 times and gets back up, right? And that has to be us. That has to be us, that regardless of if we miss a day, regardless of if we mess up, regardless of this or regardless of that, we never stay down. We never allow these things to send us on a downward spiral. And so this is my attempt at doing that now. This is my attempt at coming back to you guys and giving you a new message rather than saying, oh, I've missed a couple of days. This is long. No, I want to try and get myself in a rhythm. And I'm not in the best lighting right now. I don't have a microphone. I don't have a camera. I don't have all these things. But I'm somebody who tells people you don't need all these things to start. And so imagine if I now use those excuses to not put out a piece of content for you. Yeah, it may not look the best. So what? You can hear me, right? I can still provide you with value. And the goal for me is to give you value from the things I'm thinking about. Looking good aesthetically on the channel is way lower on the list than actually providing value through my thoughts and through my words. And so as long as I can do that, we have something here that we can do. And so I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. I hope it's a blessing to you. And yeah, for that person who is thinking about quitting on something you know you should be doing because you've messed up once or twice this year already, or in the month of January, February is a new month. Every day is a new day. And so you have the opportunity today, now, from watching this to decide, okay, I'm not going to let it hit midnight. I'm not going to let this day end without doing that thing that I was supposed to do. Whether it's reading 3 chapters of the Bible, or maybe it's a prayer time, or maybe it's some push-ups like it was for me, or whatever it might be. I'm going to do that thing that I need to do, because the reality is I learned this in 2024. Like, I always knew it, but I really, really learned it in 2024 through my own life and actions, is that success is consistency over time. That's how you produce success. It is consistency over time. And if you can't be consistent for any period of time, you can't have the success that you want or that the Holy Spirit wants for you. We see it in every athlete, in every person who's a high performer. They shot them 3 throws every single day at 5 a.m. for years, and now we see them doing it in the championships or whatever. Or the same with a footballer or whatever sport. Consistency over time is what really produces results. So if you want to see change of results in your life, you need to be consistent. And the devil is going to do everything he can to fight your consistency. So regardless of whether you miss today, don't quit. Don't stop. And one of the motivating factors for me this time was the fact that I actually got a subscriber. There was an additional person watching, and it reminded me, I can't stop. I can't quit. Something's growing here. Something's blooming. So we'll be back again tomorrow. I'll see you guys then.